I don't follow Hollywood news. I think I started saying that in my cocaine bear video, but I'm thinking about releasing this one on the whale just as soon as I finish it instead of queuing it up with the others. So this will make no sense. This will be out before the cocaine bear video. Um, but I don't typically follow Hollywood news, but I do know about Brendan Fraser and all the things that he went through. Um, so I get the need to have this movie be a big thing. Like the Oscars are, I feel, mostly about the meta story. Like, yeah, the movie is good, but the person behind it. Like if there's a story behind it, the Academy cling on to that. Um, and I'll say it's well earned. Talking about Brendan Fraser getting the best leading actor, I think it's the correct name for it. Um, it's mostly because he has a great ability to look sympathetic in The Whale, with his prosthesis on. Um, kind of like, I think I should be upfront about this. Kind of like the animated movie Onward, I can't be completely objective, if you want to use that word. I feel like I'm too close to the subject matter. The only one of those I have left to see is The Father with Anthony Hopkins, where I'm pretty sure that I'll be close to the subject matter as well. Um, so that will have influenced my experience with The Whale, just so you know that going in. Um, the Whale is otherwise a very basic movie. It's it's also 2 hours, and that could have been better used. There are some weird things that go nowhere, I feel like, and should have been cut because the movie drags, and I lost interests a few points along the way where I just caught myself being like, oh, I'm thinking about other things, or maybe looking somewhere else. So kind of like had to force myself back into the movie. The movie is also filmed in like some 4:3 format. It's definitely not the usual 16:9 for some reason. I don't know if uh, Zack Snyder or anyone made this. It's a weird artistic choice, and I don't think it added anything to it. Like, is it some weird idea to make him look bigger in the frame? I don't know. So the whale is about this guy, this man called Charlie, and his, uh, as we say, battle with weight loss. I think the technical term is like morbidly obese. He's very big, and it's a yeah, you can say it's a one location movie because um, Charlie is very immobile. He can get up and use the toilet, and the movie doesn't spend too much about that, but he is mostly sitting in his couch and having much trouble getting out of that, um, and is constantly sweating. Like it has some good details to it, um, but I thought the stomach prosthesis or the fake belly, what you want to call it, looked weird. But I'm pretty sure they've done their research on it. The face and the hand looked. I mean, it's not fair to say they looked great, but they looked convincing. Um, the movie might be a great motivator for you to go and clean your room. Um, because the movie drives home how stuck and helpless Charlie is. But yeah, the story unfolds, and maybe things aren't what they seem. In general, the whale is a biopic, and of course the Oscar Academy loves biopics. You can see how a lot of them are, yeah, for the male actor category, like Elvis and the other movies. The movie can't seem to decide if it wants to be sympathetic towards Charlie, or displays him in a gross way. It kind of does both, and maybe that's intentionally. It wasn't as big of a tonal whiplash as other things, like for instance Decibel. But of course, you haven't watched that video yet. um, in fact, a lot of times the character talks out loud about being disgusting. Um, so it is a theme, if you will, if you're writing a book report about the whale. Also, everyone around Charlie are like really mean and angry, but I suppose that's part of the experience of seeing a loved one hurting themselves for a long time without being able to stop them. Um, Coming down to it, I recommend that you watch The Whale. It's a bit long. There's some things that drags, and I think should have been caught. Some things that are left unresolved. Um, I was gonna comment on the ending, but I don't really want to. Uh, it's not it's not bad or anything. It's just a little bit Oscar-y, I think. Um, Becomes a little bit romantic, maybe. I don't think I'm talking too much. Um, it is a well-deserved Oscar. Um, there's, I'm not sure if you call it character acting, but it's a convincing performance, and is it like halfway between method acting. I bought the, I was sold. Um, I was in there with Charlie, with the main character. So there's a reason why Brendan Fraser won the Oscar for this one. Um, I could definitely see it like over Elvis, but I don't think I want to go into that. Um, yeah, I recommend The Whale. I guess maybe a lot of you, like I was now when Brendan won the Oscar, were curious to say, okay, is there something to this movie? And yeah, the movie there's something to it. It has a few tricks. It works for being a bit basic. And Brendan Fraser, he's kind of carrying the whole thing. He elevates it, I think. Even though they get a lot of mileage out of the other cast. Um, so yeah, it's quite easy to recommend. It's a solid movie. So you might as well just go watch it. Anyway, thank you for stopping by today.